All right, so boom. Another episode of The Apprentice last night. I'm in my car, just come back from gym, about to go to the dentist. So I thought, let me give it a wrap up quickly right here, right now. So yes, the teams last night, they went to Turkey. I don't know how to say it. But anyway, they went to Turkey. I'm not going to lie. One team got the short straw because they had a choice. They didn't have a choice. One team went to Bodrum where they had to do like a makeup safari, just like driving around the mountains and that. Whereas the other team went to Cappadocia where they were all up in the freaking hot air balloons. I love what Jordan said. Like, he said, bro, I'm sure this used to be one of my screensavers on my laptop. Same for me, bro. I swear down, like that little wavy. I wish I was on that team. So the Bodrum team, unfortunately, you guys had to allow it. But you see, the key here for this kind of task is, when you do the corporate, sorry, I should have gave you context. This task is all about the corporate away day. And the key for this type of task is that you don't want to under-promise. You don't want to over-promise and under-deliver. It's like you're saying to the corporate client, like, yeah, I'll give you this, give you this. But let's be real. When it comes down to doing the task, your cooking ain't going to be 100. The experience you're giving them the tour is not be 100 because you don't know it like that. Do you get what I mean? You're better off underselling and then over-delivering. But I get it, I've been there, I understand. So yeah, for me, I don't even blame Frederick. I know Lil Sugar and everyone got onto Frederick, the way he itemized the offerings, what he's given to the corporate client. Because I get it, you do it like this. You say, like, for example, you're going to get this worth £30, you're going to get this worth £20, you're going to get this worth £30. All in total, it equals this. But today at a discount, you're going to get this. Do you get what I mean? Let's just say, you stack the items. Let's say it's stacked to £1,000 when you stacked each item. But you say, you're not going to get it for £1,000. You're going to get it for £600. It's showing the value and showing the discount. So I get what Frederick was coming from. And I think he was unnecessarily criticised too harsh for that. And then, yeah, and in terms of that's, the tour aspect of things. But when it comes to the catering, of course, it's baffling because you go to the chefs and the chefs are giving it to you for like €60, but you still got to cook the blasted meal yourself. So are we going so low? And if they weren't having it, I'd be like, yo, you're not even cooking it. I'm the one cooking it. Me and my team, we're cooking. So instead of giving it for me for, I think they got it from €70 down to 63. I'm saying, rude boy, you're only giving me the bare ingredients. Do you get what I mean? So again, feel free to go low on them. So yeah, of course, when it came to the tours itself, obviously the hot air balloon team, like, you can't go wrong with that. Do you get what I mean? So they had it, I think they had it easier running than the team had to, Johnny freaking Chisola had to go and do like a safari around the mountains, teaching them about the olives, and it's a harder grind, so I can't even knock them for that. So I'm not even gonna get onto them for that. I think they should have got a little bit of a blight for that. And in terms of after the tours, you're going into the kitchen to make the food for them. Like, obviously Mia's team, Mia smashed it, man. Like, honestly, she was one to look out for this week. The way she, like, Malika, if her team, in fact, I'm gonna give you a little spoiler. Obviously, I'll put a spoiler alert in the freaking description anyway. If your team didn't win, I'm not gonna lie, she was on ice still because Mia had to talk to her still. Do you get what I mean? And I love the way the Mia was composed, very professional with it. I really liked her decorum in this task. Do you get what I mean? And in the other team, obviously, I've been shouting out Anissa from week 1, but her team, where they went wrong is that even me, I don't even really drink alcohol like that. But even I know that if you're going on a corporate away day, you have to be having alcohol, man. And you can't even be stingy with it either. Like, for me, I'd rather have more bottles because the worst thing you want to get is the refunds. So I would have just gone ham with the bottles, gave them the alcohol and be like, look, as long as you're having a good time, we're all winning. Do you get what I mean? I wouldn't even worry about trying to knock. I mean, they had 0 bottles, but I wouldn't even worry about having not enough. I'd try to have more than enough, just make sure they're happy. And besides, if they're mad wavy, if they're Pat Swayze, they won't even remember to give you their freaking knock off and get refunds. You get what I mean? And another person to call my eye this week had to be Dean, man. Honestly, like, his composure. And I'm not gonna lie, I had to do a bit of professional stalking. I call it professional stalking. You're not stalking when you go on people's Instagrams, Facebook, TikTok. Now I'm talking professional stalking. That's looking to his company. And I'm realizing his air conditioning company is doing bits. Do you get what I mean? So I'm like, oh, Dean's a real contender. Big up Dean. Do you get what I mean? I can't remember the name of his air conditioning company, A something. But yeah, like, I like what I'm seeing. Do you get what I mean? So I like what I'm seeing on the show for Dean. I like what I'm seeing behind the scenes for Dean. Yeah, so big up Dean. And it's mad because whenever I do these videos, I always try to keep it short. I don't know why. I'm looking at my freaking timing now. So I'm like 4 minutes. But anyway. Yeah, so unfortunately, this week, obviously, someone has to allow it. Unfortunately, someone has to get fired. And Johnny, getting to week 6, and I appreciate the fact that you put yourself forwards for PM. And they said, no, you should have just took the sub-team, man. Like, I get why you didn't do it, because if you put yourself forward as sub-team leader and obviously you're in the kitchen and you have no experience, Lil Shik would be like, right, why did you put yourself forward as a sub-team leader? So I get where you're coming from, but I think that's why early doors in the process, so if you see a task week 1, week 2, week 3, you just have to put yourself forward for it. Because by the time it gets like week 6, week 7, there's nowhere to hide, to get what I mean. So unfortunately, Johnny, like I thought he did well overall in the process. He was good with his numbers, good with his stats, good with his languages, etc. But unfortunately, this week, Johnny, you got fired. So unfortunately, this week, Johnny, you had to allow it.
Also shopping and you didn't buy anything.